So hello everyone and welcome to our subconscious healing meditation. This is going to be so much fun because you're tuning into the subconscious mind today of our group we have here right now, and we're going to include everybody who's watching on YouTube as well. So we're having the Enlighten Me machine, which is our little helper today. It serves as an antenna and it generates those beautiful healing frequencies. It brings down universal healing frequencies to the frequency of self-love, and it helps with the meditation. And by merging our energy with this healing energy, we're actually expanding our consciousness and our awareness, and we're seeing everything that is no longer in our highest good, that's no longer serving us. We're seeing it as subconscious blockages bubbling up to the surface that are ready to be dissolved. So when you're doing this meditation with us, make sure to get into that breathing rhythm where you slow down your breath. We're also going to do it later on right now in a minute. We're going to go into that breathing rhythm, as well as sometimes it helps to imagine, like, for example, a black hole. You can imagine different things, different tools that the universe gives us to absorb non-beneficial energies, blockages, limiting beliefs. Sometimes it helps to just imagine like a black hole, and the limiting beliefs that bubble up to the surface are being dissolved and being put into that black hole. And that might help. And also what's coming through is don't dwell on anything that's coming up. Don't try to analyze it, whether, oh, do I have that limiting belief that doesn't resonate with me? And don't dwell on that. Don't analyze it, and don't try to think about that. Just allow it to come up and allow it to dissipate.
Yeah. And once again, when Vivien says that, like, we're going to be calling out, we're calling you out, limiting beliefs, denied aspects, or whatever things that, just imagine it coming up from every cell of your body, and like the word, whatever the frequency is, and going, like Vivien said, into a black hole, into the sun, or even to the ground. If there is something that, like a word or a phrase that we say that has a lot of charge to it, let it go, just let it go. But that's most likely you may need to go deeper with that. And the Enlighten Me machine, like Vivien said, it's just a beautiful frequency. It's just a beautiful helper. This is a copper box. This is pretty heavy. Just to hold it with one hand, it's a good exercise here. There's another copper plate here and a lot of gems. And our friend and colleague Daniel Recknizer invented this. And it's just that's all it is. It's just beautiful antenna. And so we're gonna just have fun and go with the flow. We like to have fun and laugh sometimes. And so just just go. Let's do it.
Yeah, perfect. So when you're ready, get into a relaxed position, and we're also gonna clear the whole group.
Yeah, we're just taking a breath for 3, maybe 4 seconds, hold for 4, and gently breathe out. And get into that pattern. Or if you have your own pattern of breathing, and unattach from other people's energies, friends, family, neighbors. If you read anything today, just let it go into the sun. Just say, nope, this is my time. I'm here. If you happen to be busy and, working or whatever, that's okay. Just let their energies go. Keep your eyes open. If you're at a job, it's okay.
Yeah. So we just, you can get into that rhythmic breath of breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and then breathe out for 4. It helps to close your eyes. And Eduardo is going to come up with a topic. Do you want to come up with a topic?
Absolutely. Okay. And so as I feel into the group's energy, I'm just going to feel into it. And I'm going to say, or for anybody who comes here later, what's the topic for today? Like a greatest area of life. It's interesting. I'm getting the word I'm in trouble or trouble. At first I saw the word trouble. I also get words that just pop out. I could see them in front of me. So I said trouble. And let me go a little bit deeper. That's pretty vague or general. It's kind of nice and like, oh, I got it now. There's a limiting belief that we all have. This is a collective group. And it says, if I don't do something, I'm in trouble. If I don't do this, boom. Or if I do it wrong, I'm in trouble. This is coming up a couple ways. And the best, simplest way I could explain it, it might keep you from doing your life purpose. Or you know how sometimes you have a to-do list and you have to do something, but then you procrastinate. And the energy here says like, oh no, I'm not going to do that. If I do it, I might do it wrong. I'll get in trouble. So that's one way it's showing up. And the other way it's showing up, it's really trouble. We've all heard the phrase, here comes trouble, like a problem. So it just means that like there's a problem, like everything's a problem. And I'm actually drawn back. I used to work at the University of USC in Los Angeles. And I remember that we had a group meeting. And every time somebody would talk, this one guy, he would always say, the problem is, the problem was, or the problem is, and they would tell me, no, there's no problem. Just tell us what you're working on. He always started the sentence with, the problem is, but there is no problem. And that was a beautiful thing here. So that is the theme of today, is about trouble, is about almost like I'm going to get in trouble if I make a decision, if I take an action. And why that's important, as I feel into the group's energy, it procrastinates. It'll stop you from doing it. It's not even taking a risk. It's almost like just stopping you from taking a step forward. So, okay, let's go. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the chat at this time. And I'm going to feel into the group's energy again. I'm going to just allow the energy, the frequency here to fill us up and everybody here. Get into the rhythmic breath. I'm going to start calling out limiting beliefs on this theme. And as I say them, I'm going to call up in a row, several of them. Just allow them to come up and fly away. Strap on your seatbelts of love. I see that like the seatbelt, and it says love right here, because you're putting yourself first. The first limiting belief that's coming up as a group says, I'm not ready to take action. Don't dwell on the word, just allow it to rise and say, nope, go into the sun. I'm not ready to take action. The next one says, what if I get it wrong? There we go. Just allow it to go up. Don't dwell on it. The next one is quite interesting. It's the old what if that keeps you in a loop of not doing anything, because we start doubting ourselves. What if? Blah, blah, blah. Goodbye. The next one says, it goes on the theme of I'm going to get in trouble. It says, if I do the wrong thing, if I took a misstep, I'll get punished. Just allow that to go. I'll get punished if I take the wrong action. The next one says, it's better to stay still. It's better to stay still where I'm at. It's safe. And there's another piece to that. It's better to stay still. It's safe and familiar. The same old thing, safe and familiar. Allow that to just rise up. You could even thank it on the way out. Oh, thank you for showing me that. Goodbye. Do your best to continue to breathe or get into any rhythmic pattern. If you want to lay down, or even if you want to stand on your head, go for that. Whatever works for you. The next one here, under the theme of getting in trouble, it says like it's not fair. It's not fair for me to make a decision, as if somebody else should have to make them for you, like your parents. But we are all adults, so it's not fair for me to make the decision. Allow that to just go. The next one says, I'm going to screw it up. And there's a comma and it says again. I'm going to screw it up again. I'm going to lose money. by making a decision. Just I'm going to waste my time making a decision. Only good decisions are made on luck. Making a decision is difficult. I will get in trouble and punished if I think of making a decision. Before making a decision, I have to think for days. My mind is always right. I need more details and research to make a good decision. Only smart people, educated people, know how to make good decisions. Once again, just imagine these words rising, this frequency, however you see it or just feel it, let it go into a black hole, into the sun, or you could even imagine a white tornado around your body and just constantly taking out like the vortex, taking it out into the sun or wherever you wish. We'll close on one more. There's one more before we just talk here. What's the last one here? If I make a decision, it'll make me look stupid. Continue to breathe. If I make a decision, it'll make me look stupid. Beautiful. And just get into that breathing rhythm again. Breathe in for about 4 seconds, hold for 4, and breathe out. And you can start to come back to this conscious space as you're ready. Be gentle with yourself.
Thank you, everyone. So that was beautiful. It feels good to get into a space of meditation again and to infuse or integrate some truths that are coming through, because right now we pulled out a lot of non-truths. So there's like a lot of space where we can integrate truths.
Beautiful.
Let's see what wants to come through.
And you can do this with your eyes open or closed, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it helps to close your eyes so you can
get comfortable.
Be comfortable, and sometimes you get your own visuals or you see your own things that are going on for yourself, because we're all individuals as well. So let me just see. So what I'm being shown is the ego says, I'm better than you, I'm better than higher self. And we're believing it from times to times. But the truth is there's no better or worse. They're just like different paths. So I'm seeing it actually like as a fork in the road. So either we follow the path of the ego mind, of our minds, which is still can have variations in and of itself, or we have the intention to follow the path of self-love, which is in our highest good and in the highest good of all, and which is the path that is guided by our intuition that our higher self actually shows us to go. And sometimes there is that confusion or unclarity about which decision to take. And which is like I'm feeling right here in that space as well. So we're clearing some of that. And what is coming through is that intuition, or the highest good path, the path of higher self, in which we make decisions based on self-love rather than on fear or anger or low vibrational emotions, low vibrational states of beings. And that path can be as clear as day. Those decisions can be as clear as day because we're led by our intuition, we're led by higher self. And sometimes it's just like the first thing that we see, the first thought that we have is what's coming through from our intuition. And later on, like our ego tries to doubt, and our ego tries to bring us off that path, tries to throw us off. And yeah, so if we believe our higher selves rather than our egos, because for some people in that space, I'm feeling like I'm getting like percentage. I feel like for some people, they actually believe their egos and what their egos tell them, their ego mind tell them more than their higher self. So it is like our conscious choice. And right now we're also integrating that on a subconscious level, because everybody who's here and confident, like that wants to be guided by their intuition, by their higher self. So we also integrate that on a subconscious level. And I'm also being shown that the absolute truth that we're going to integrate right now in a moment is being held like on top of your crown chakra. And it's like your choice whether you allow it in or not, because it's a conscious choice and you have to make it. And that's why, as long as you're open, we can allow the truth in for each and every one of us. So let me just see. It's the absolute truth that is here. I choose to be my higher self, and I choose to be guided by my higher self each and every day, because I see the brilliance and the sunshine that is on that path of self-love, on that path of guidance when I follow my higher self. And just allow that in. And it is my choice, and I choose truth. And rather than the unreal ego, the illusion of the world that we live in nowadays, of society. And that is not my world. That is not what I have to choose. Even though the majority of society, a lot of people follow the mind, follow the ego, follow the instructions of the ego, I can still choose my individual path. I can still choose uniqueness. I can still choose truth. And the absolute truth is I choose truth over ego. So like there is like a lot of acceptance coming through as well, like acceptance of truth, acceptance of higher self. So to everyone who's ready to allow that in, we're gonna integrate that into everybody's being. Gonna integrate that into the subconscious mind on a subconscious level, on a DNA level, on every level of our consciousness, on a generational level, past, present, future. what's coming through is truth equals power. Truth equals powerful. And ego equals non-truth. And that's really what wants to be integrated as well. So that awareness wants to be in your body, so that your body is in alignment with truth and allows to detect the ego or the messages from the ego as being the non-truth. Integrating that as well and shift it. Okay. So beautiful. It feels clear. And right now I'm getting like the image of a polished car. It just feels very brilliant, like very cleansed, every one of us. Yeah. Beautiful. Does it make sense so far for everyone, or does anybody have a question, any comments?
Yeah, just write it in the chat, or if you want to unmute yourself, but you will be on video. I feel squeaky clean. You said like feel like a new car. Woohoo! I feel like a new car. I just went through the car wash for free. or when you went to go pay in the machine to get the car wash for a couple of dollars and like it didn't work, and it's just you keep going in. Okay, oh well, it's free. Go for it.
Eduardo and myself, Vivien, are also giving personal sessions. Feel free to check out our websites, thenewintuitive.org as well as truephoenixlife.com to get the first session for free. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Bye for now.